it's Sonia from The Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel, and today is another Bust My Stash video. We are in February now, so I'm going to be showing you the February bin, and I'll show you my progress with the January bin. To be honest, I haven't made a whole lot of progress with the January bin. I have made some projects, but there's just a lot of yarn. That's just the truth of the matter. There's a lot of yarn. It's going to take a lot of time to, make some headway into busting my stash, but I'm going to see where we get with it. And some projects and using up some yarn is better than not using up any and just letting it sit. So it has been fun, but it's definitely been a challenge. So I will show you my progress, and at the end of February I will show you what I made out of the January bin. And if there's some patterns that came out of this, I will link them in the description box if you are interested in some of the patterns that I have put some up already, some smaller ones, and there's some more coming. So yeah, so I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're challenging yourself with trying to bust your stash. If you have a lot of yarn like me, maybe you don't. Maybe you only, buy yarn and then make it and, buy as you go, for your project. Some people do that. They don't like to have a lot of extra clutter around, but I go to a yarn store and I'm like, oh, or a catalog, get catalogs in the mail. I just got one. It's so bad. But I'm really trying hard to, behave myself. So yeah, so let's get to it. I will show you the February bin. Okay, so this is the progress of the January bin. As you can see, it doesn't look like I've made any progress, but I actually have made some things out of this. So, and there's some irons in the fire. So hopefully when I do my final January update, which will be the end of February, I'll show you everything that I made out of this bin, that it will look a little less full. Okay, so these are some projects that I have made so far, or actually I'm working on. Some are completed, just about completed, some I'm still working on out of the January bin. So here I made a cowl for my daughter. I actually really love this. I'm probably make one for myself too. Do have a pattern for this, so I will link any patterns that are existing in the description box, whether they are videos. Some patterns I have are videos, some patterns I have are not videos, but I think out of this batch all of these are videos, I think. But this one is definitely a video and a written pattern. And this is a square that I am working on, and there will be a video on this guy here. It's coming, and I'm thinking this is a great, these little squares are great for using up little bits of yarn. So there is actually 4 different colors. I know it looks mostly blue and white, but there's a light blue, there's 2 different whites actually, because I didn't have enough of the just one little ball. So I combined 2 different whites. There's a light blue, and then there's this aqua teal-y color here. And then I had just a little bit of scrap of cotton yarn. So I made some little scrubbies. These are great for washing your face. I like to use them to wash dishes because I have small hands. See, I have hands of a child. So for me, this is easy. But I do like these to wash my face too. So here's one, here's another, and I do have patterns for these. This guy is actually a sweater that I'm making for myself, and so far it's coming out well. So I've actually used up a bit of yarn for this. So still, this is a work in progress, not quite done. This is a funky cowl that I'm working on, and with this multicolored, I believe this is ice. Well, the label's still on it, so how about we look? Oh, I think that, yeah, this is ice yarn, which I've never used before, and it's pretty nice. So I'm making a cowl for myself out of this, and I think it looks kind of cool. So there'll probably be a pattern for this guy. Here's some more ice yarn. I'm thinking I'm going to make some kind of Tunisian scarf out of this, because it is pretty soft, and I'm not sure how well the stitches are going to show up because of the multicolored, but we shall see. So this is kind of a swatch that I'm working on that I do like it. I just think I need to tweak it a little bit. So here is a square that's just about done that I made, and there will be a pattern on this. up on YouTube. I just haven't gotten to editing it yet. So obviously ends, hello. This yarn had, I don't know, like just a couple, like a yard. There were so many ends, but I figured, you know, we'll just have some fun weaving that guy in, and I'll probably use, here's another square of the same pattern here. It's kind of like a take on a granny square, but I'll probably combine it, make a bunch of with this and this, and combine it to make like a scrap gan, which I actually really love scrap gan, so hopefully that's gonna be cute. Because I have a lot of scraps, so these patterns are really good for that, and maybe I'll even come up with some more squares for some more scrap gans. So this is what's going on right now, and hopefully I will have a whole lot more projects in with this January bin. Okay, so here we have the February bin, pretty full here, and I'm going to call this the homespun bin. So you can see we have a lot of homespun yarn, and I actually have a project in mind for this. Actually, I love homespun for blankets. It's really cozy and soft for blankets. I really don't like it much for anything else. So I tried to find as much homespun as I have, because I actually have quite a bit. And I'm thinking we're going to make some kind of a patchwork blanket. So, and homespun takes up a lot of space in here, so it should help to thin this out a little bit. And then I have some other odds and ends. I don't even know what this is. I'm not even sure where it came from, but some of this. Some random old Red Heart, blue, basic worsted, some pink. This, I'm not even sure. This is actually, to me, I think it's kind of ugly. It's like a blue and a pink. It's spun together, mixed together. It's like a bluish gray, but I always say there's a pattern for every yarn. So there's got to be something that's going to showcase this yarn in the best possible light. So that will be a challenge to figure that out. Got some cotton yarn. I've got some, this is some pretty pink yarn. Maybe a baby project, I'm not sure. I'm trying to come up with an idea. I have a family member that's having a baby girl early spring, and I'm kind of stumped. I want to make an Afghan for her, but I'm having trouble with coming up with some ideas. I've scrapped a lot of ideas, so hopefully the creative juices will get going and I will think of something. So yeah, we have some thread here, some more random blue. Yeah, this, but some more little odds and ends. We've got this kind of weird, I guess it's like a boucle. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that correctly. Not a fan of this kind of yarn. This yarn, if you need to take it apart, I mean, just forget it. So scrunchies are popular. I'm thinking this might make some cute scrunchies. Maybe a fuzzy, maybe an ear warmer. That might be a good one for this. So yeah, this is the February bin. So we'll see how we go with this. And what I'm thinking is, with the February, with each bin that I introduce, you know, I'll start combining. So if there's some yarn that I haven't used, obviously there is yarn I haven't used in the January bin that might coordinate well with this one, then, you know, I'm going to do that to make projects, you know, to use this stuff up. So we'll see how she goes. Thank you so much for watching.